So we were just riding along and we just saw the view and we had to stop. It is freaking amazing. The longer you look, the more you see and the better it gets. Look at that.
In this video, we're staying in an active volcano crater.
We are literally riding around the base of the volcano, of the epicenter. Yeah, and it's the most beautiful Bali that we've seen yet. Yeah, it's a village, but this is the most beautiful Bali we've seen yet. My God, that's fantastic. Who would want to stay in Kuta, honestly, when you can stay somewhere like this? Like, seriously, guys? These guys have just all the same markets, the quickie marts, the good restaurants, like, man, honestly, look at it, look at it. Oh my God, I see why people don't stay here.
Arachnophobes beware. Spiders literally line the streets here, and they're not little spiders either.
Oh dear. Okay, welcome to Kintamani. Now, we've heard by many people that this place is expensive. Doesn't matter what you do, where you go, someone's going to charge you for something. So we are out and about in the town. We don't really have a plan for today. We just want to get out and explore and have a look around and see what Kintamani's got to offer. There's a black desert somewhere around here where all the lava has spilled, so we're going to go and see if we can find that. Join us! Oh, I feel like this is going to break the bikes.
This is the path that the Jeep tours take when you go on one of those sunrise tours on Mt Batur, and we decided to ride it with scooters.
Wow! Oh my God. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, we've made it. We've made it to the big old rocks. Wow, look at it. It's all lava rocks, covered in moss. Welcome to the lava desert. Now, the last time that this volcano fully erupted was in 2000. And yeah, have a look. It's just black all the way up. And it's all these lava rocks. For as far as the eye can see. Look at it, all the way up the mountain there. You can only imagine the noise and the heat that would have come off this. It just would have been insane. It's crazy to think only 24 years ago that this, yeah, erupted and went kaboom.
It's so crazy that it's so close and you can literally touch it. Like, I think as an Aussie, because we don't have really volcanoes around Australia that, you know, are constantly active and stuff. I think we've got one. So as an Aussie, it's just mind-blowing to us to be so close to a volcano that is active and that you can literally touch the lava. Well, what's it called when it's hardened? It's not. There's a word for it.
Ragnarok.
This word. It's very brittle too. Like, it just breaks apart so easily, but yet it's hard as stone. Like,
That's what happened.
Vel.
Whoa, lava desert. It's cool. Life's starting to come back through, but you can see the trees are starting to grow here. Beyond this, but you can't really see many trees at all. Just like little patches. When you look at that way, there's not too many trees or anything growing through, but you think about 24 years and it's still not fully growing through or coming through. It is pretty hardcore rock though. I'm not surprised that there's nothing growing here. And then down in here, it's growing moss. Right, over all the rocks. So that's what we are currently driving over. You can see it is rough as guts. Bouncing us all over the joint. I nearly stacked it just there, so that's why we stopped.
We tried to go through it, but with scooters it's just not doable, is it? Like,
you're just gonna end up, you can, but it's just gonna end up breaking it. I'm carrying too much weight on this one and it's just gonna break it.
Yeah. I think this would be a lot of fun with a proper dirt bike or in a Jeep, but it's pretty hardcore roads, like it's full off-road. So we're gonna turn around. We had a look at the lava. We're pretty stoked to have been able to touch and feel and see lava.
And be in the desert.
Yeah. Yep, the igneous desert. Yeah. So let's head back.
Okay, so just over a year ago, I came here to this little warong. We pulled in here to get some shelter from the rain. It was absolutely pouring, and you couldn't see a single thing past this part here. And now, just over a year on, have a look at the difference. This is what we were trying to have a look at. And last time we were here, it was just grey, and you couldn't see a thing. Wow, it's unreal.
Time for some lunch, and this parking lot must have the best view in all of Bali.
That's the lava area we were in this morning. Yeah. We nearly got stuck in and hurt our bums. We were trying to ride all the way through, but it was just too full on. So couldn't do it, but yeah. Let's stop here for some lunch and see how we go.
Okay, so we've been reading up on some facts about the mountain. So Mt Batur actually sits inside a super volcano. So it used to be like this, and then what happened was it exploded and it actually collapsed, and that created the crater that we are sitting in. And then what happened was another explosion happened, which created another little volcano inside that crater. So you've got the water here on this side, the volcano, and then just grass and trees on the other side. And that's why it is shaped like it is.
Crazy to think that we're inside a super volcano.
Well,
Like, it's just nuts. That's so pretty. So much destruction can be so pretty. Unreal.
the eruptions of Mt Batur have happened in 1917, 1926, 1959, 1963, 1994, 1999, and the last one was in 2000. The one in 1917 killed 1,372 people, destroyed 2,500 temples and 65,000 houses. Miraculously, the lava stopped at one of the most important temples in Bali, the Pura Ulun Danu Batua, and this was considered a really good omen by the people. However, in 1926, everything got destroyed. A lot of the people relocated to the rim of the volcano, but there are still a lot of people living inside the crater. After some schooling, it was time to chill out at our hotel, where we had the most magnificent view. The accommodation here it's expensive in comparison to other places we've stayed. We're paying $130 a night Australian. Like, we've just stayed in 5-star resorts for the last couple of nights for $150 a night. So the good parts, we have our own personal sponge pool that is fed by the hot springs. We have our own little lookout area, like basically this whole area is ours. It's really awesome, and the room is just so authentic and chill. Like, it's just gorgeous. The bad parts, look, there's a lot of flies, and it's not just this accommodation, it's all over in this crater. For some reason, there are just flies everywhere, and all the reviews on all the hotel sites say the same thing. There's flies everywhere, there's flies everywhere. It doesn't matter where you're staying, there's going to be flies. So just be aware of that, okay? The other thing about this accommodation is it doesn't really fully seal. So last night we didn't have any issues with bugs really. We did have a couple of bugs in there which probably came in while we had the door open. I love this place because it is beautiful and it's authentic, and it's just got one of the most stunning views. Like, I think we got really lucky when it came to the view. I would recommend this accommodation, but I recommend it based on the fact that you know what you're getting yourself into. You know, don't think you're going to get a 5-star accommodation, but the view and the hot spring. It's pretty cool having your own personal hot spring. And we keep getting, like, when we're in town, people are like, we want to go to hot spring, and I'm like, I got my own. We also checked out the other side of the lake. The road is a windy, hilly path that gives amazing views yet again. Once we got to the end, we found out that there was some Macabre history we had no idea about.
All right, that was a massive hill. You could hear the moped struggling. And down we go. All right, we're near the end. Like, literally, the end's coming up. Wow. Okay, so we've made it to the end of the road. We've ridden all the way as far as we can around the lake, and
It turns out there's a cemetery here.
a beautiful little, oh, look at the view behind me. And look at the view of this place, it's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, they said there's a cemetery just down the road there you can get to by boat. We're not going to take the boat, we're just going to ride to here and figure out what we're going to do from there.
So where we rode today, which was down in the very last part of the crater, a lot of the farmers, every 10 years they will adorn a bunch of live animals with headdresses and gold and all this kind of stuff, and then they will drown them in the lake to please the goddess to continue bringing fertility and water to the area. And they also offer up a water buffalo once a year as a sacrifice and drown the water buffalo once a year. So yeah, you're not allowed to swim in that area. I wonder why. Okay, so one thing about this village is if you have any sort of fear of spiders, just be prepared for what you're going to find when you drive in here. So along the power lines, there's a whole bunch of spiders. Massive orb-weaving spiders.
So as we pack up to leave this beautiful little spot, it's unreal that we found such peace in an active volcano. Like, it's crazy. It's so peaceful up here. It's so beautiful. We didn't find a hell of a lot to do. Like, there is lots of stuff to do. It's all very expensive. Stuff that we're not really that interested in, so we didn't see the point in spending the money. Not our cup of tea. There's stuff to do here. Not a hell of a lot, but if you want peace and quiet, you want to relax and have a beautiful scene, Kintamani is the place to go.
There is also a cemetery here where you can see skulls and bodies and everything's, you know, put out to the elements because the people believe that the birds and stuff will peck away the flesh and take the souls up to heaven. So if you're into that, then definitely recommend coming here because it's not very well known. We didn't do it this time because we have a child with us. It's probably not acceptable to take him to a place where there's dead bodies. So, and also I wasn't actually sure how much I could show on YouTube. So, yeah, there is a cemetery here. It's called Tumayan Cemetery. I could be saying that wrong. I'm going to put it there. But yeah, so if you're into that, if you're into the dark and macabre and dark tourism, definitely come here because not only is there a cemetery here and the volcano and being inside a super volcano, some, yeah, really cool things to see. We're going to pack up now because the flies are doing our head in. I've had enough of the flies.